Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Rosina Yassin. I am working as a librarian at GCTW, written on Lahore. Welcome to today's ChatGPT talk. Our topic is the importance of lifelong learning in a fast changing world. Today we will discuss why learning should not stop after school or college, how continuous learning helps us adapt to change, and how it can create better opportunities in our personal and professional lives. So let's begin our conversation. Assalamu alaikum ChatGPT. I am well today. How are you? Okay. My today's topic is the importance of lifelong learning in a fast changing world. Are you ready? Are you ready? So let's begin. My first question is, what does lifelong learning mean?
Picking up new skills, adapting when things shift around you. It can be formal classes, but honestly, it's just as much about reading, experimenting, listening to podcasts, even chatting like this. It's not a phase, it's a mindset. What got you interested in that idea?
Okay. My next question is, why is lifelong learning important in today's fast changing world?
Because, well, skills go outdated fast. Jobs change, technology shifts, and new tools pop up all the time. Lifelong learning helps you stay relevant, resilient, and confident when changes hit. It also keeps work and life a little more interesting. You don't get stuck in this is how I do things.
Good. My next question is, why should learning continue after completing formal education?
Yeah, great question. I mean, school usually teaches us a base, the foundation, but life keeps moving and new stuff keeps popping up. Continuing to learn helps you adapt, avoid falling behind, and actually opens doors you'd never even noticed before. Think of it like keeping your brain in shape. You don't just exercise once and stop, right? Same with learning.
Good. Um, how has technology changed the way of we learn?
Mm. In so many ways, online courses, YouTube tutorials, interactive apps, even AI tutors like me. Learning's way more accessible, flexible, and personalized. But it also means we've got to be more intentional because content's endless. Tech makes learning faster, but also easier to get overwhelmed, if that makes sense.
Good. My next question is, what new skills are becoming important in the modern workplace?
Hmm. In today's workplace, digital literacy, communication, critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, teamwork, emotional intelligence, and yeah, some understanding of AI tools and data analysis too. People who keep building those skills are usually more adaptable, confident, and ready for new opportunities.
What new skills are becoming important in the modern workplace?
Things like digital literacy, being comfortable with tech tools, even some coding basics depending on the field, strong communication, especially across remote teams, and working with AI or automation instead of fighting it. Add to that emotional intelligence because teamwork in hybrid setups can get tricky, and knowing how to keep learning itself is probably the biggest skill of all.
How can lifelong learning help us adapt to technological changes?
It keeps you flexible. When new tools or systems show up, you're not frozen. You already have that habit of figuring things out, trying, failing a bit, adjusting. That mindset, more than memorizing any one tool, is what makes you resilient. Tech will keep shifting, but the habit of learning, that's what carries you forward.
Good. What is the difference between learning for a degree and a learning for life?
Degrees usually focus on credentials, specific content, and passing exams. Learning for life is more about curiosity, growth, and real world adaptation. Both matter, but lifelong learning keeps you alive to change and not just certified.
My next question is,
Anything else you
what is the difference between learning? Uh, no, my next question is, how can learning new skills improve our confidence?
When you learn something new, even something small, it gives you proof that you can grow. That builds self trust. Over time, that self trust turns into confidence. You stop feeling like change is something scary and start seeing it as, okay, I can handle this. And honestly, that confidence tends to spill over into other parts of life too.
Can lifelong learning help us achieve better career opportunities?
Yeah, usually, because it shows employers that you adapt, you keep skills fresh, and you're willing to grow. Opportunities often go to people who show initiative, but I would say it's not a guarantee. It's about stacking small edges over time rather than chasing the next big thing. And yeah, that steady, curious posture tends to attract better roles, tasks, and sometimes mentors who notice that spark.
My next question is, how can we develop a habit of continuous learning?
Start with small, like 10 minutes a day. Pick one topic you're curious about, set a tiny routine, maybe watch one short lesson, read a simple article, or practice a micro skill. Keep it doable. Track what you actually use or enjoy learning. Over time, review what's useful, drop what isn't, and celebrate small wins. Constant, light touches beat rare cram sessions.
Good answer. What are some simple ways to learn something new every day?
Listen to a short podcast while you do chores. Read or watch one short article instead of doom scrolling. Jot down one takeaway in a note app. Try a 2-minute reflection at night. Tiny, consistent bits of learning compound like interest. You barely notice it day to day, but after a few months, it adds up big time.
How can we balance lifelong learning with work and family responsibilities?
Hmm. Good concern. I'd say keep it light and flexible. Micro lessons, not marathons. Maybe swap one TV episode a night with a 15-minute course or reading. Involve family sometimes. Maybe share something interesting you learned at dinner. That turns learning into connection, not isolation. And forgive yourself for slow weeks. Consistency isn't never missing a day, it's gently coming back to it when you can.
Good. What role does the internet play in lifelong learning?
It's the big enabler. The internet makes access to knowledge almost limitless. Courses, tutorials, forums, research, communities, but it also means more noise. So the skill is curating, filtering, and choosing trustworthy sources. It can supercharge learning, but focus is key. Think of it like a massive library, powerful if you walk in with a question,
How can
confusing.
yes, yes, okay. How can artificial intelligence support continuous learning?
Let me think a second. AI can suggest personalized resources, explain tough concepts in simpler ways, give instant feedback on quizzes or writing, and offer interactive practice anytime. It can also make learning more accessible, like language tools, coding assistance, or just explaining jargon. But yeah, we still need critical thinking. AI plus curiosity is a strong combo for lifelong learning.
But challenges prevent people from becoming lifelong learners.
Time pressures, exhaustion, feeling too old or too busy, not knowing where to start, fear of looking dumb. Those are real, but they can be chipped away with small wins, tiny steps, social support, and picking topics you actually care about. Start there. Motivation tends to follow interest, not the other way around.
My next question is, how can we overcome the fear of learning something new?
Yeah, start ridiculously small, like watch one 5-minute video, try one tiny exercise, name the fear out loud, like literally say, I'm nervous about messing this up. It takes some of the sting out. Find one safe space or person to share the learning with so it feels collaborative, not isolating. And remind yourself constantly beginners aren't failures, they're learners in progress. That mindset shift makes new things way less scary.
Okay. How can lifelong learning improve our personal and professional growth?
Personally, it keeps life more interesting, boosts confidence, sparks curiosity. Professionally, it opens new roles, keeps skills current, and helps you adapt when industries shift. The beautiful part is both feed each other. When you grow personally, your work benefits, and when you grow professionally, your life gets richer too.
Good. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start learning a new skill today?
Pick one skill you actually care about, something useful or fun. Break it into tiny steps, schedule 10 minutes today, and don't wait to feel ready. Start messy. Momentum comes after the first step, not before.
Good. My last question is, what is the most important message we should remember about lifelong learning?
Stay curious. That's it. Stay curious and be gentle with yourself while you learn. Small, steady steps beat big, rare leaps. It's a long game, but worth every step.
Okay. Thank you, ChatGPT,
You're welcome.
for answering these questions so clearly.
Glad it
Today,
helped.
Today we learned that education does not end with a degree or graduation. In a fast changing
Right.
world, lifelong learning helps us stay adaptable, confident, and ready for new opportunities.
Mm,
To conclude, we should never stop learning because every new skill, idea, and experience can make us better prepared for the future. Let us keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward. Thank you everyone for listening. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep inspiring others. Allah Hafiz.
beautiful close. Keep that spirit alive. Allah Hafiz.